Sorry for the delay that has happened today because of some connectivity issue.
Santosh Kumar. I'm currently working in IT since 6 to 7 years. Okay. All my experience is in business objects, as well as currently since last 1.5 years we are working on Adobe Analytics, Adobe Marketing Cloud. So I'm not into the universe development, but I extensively build some BO reports and all BO reports. So I'm little bit into the SQL, but not completely fluent in that right now.
Okay. So you will be having some understanding of SQL and data warehousing concepts, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is fine. So basically, that is required for any BI tool. Okay. So so do you have any idea about what is MicroStrategy?
No, I don't have any knowledge about MicroStrategy. So recently in our company, they are planning to have Tableau and MicroStrategy. They are debating actually which one to take. So I'm just trying to get ready myself whenever they buy the licenses, so that I can start. I can immediately jump on and start working on it. That's what my plan actually.
Okay, fine. So whatever it is, if it is MicroStrategy or Tableau, yes, I can give you a training on both. And so I will start for MicroStrategy. So basically, it is a BI tool that everybody knows. But why? So as you have this question, MicroStrategy versus Tableau, so I will give you a brief intro of MicroStrategy. Then I will give you a comparison also of Tableau and MicroStrategy. So it might help. Maybe you can also give some suggestion in your company. So basically, MicroStrategy is a BI tool, BI reporting tool, by using which you can generate the reports and dashboards in very quick time. MicroStrategy is developed in 1989, and since then it has released so many versions. First, we were having only access to the desktop, so you can create your reports and dashboards on the desktop, and you can share that desktop only with the others. There was no other go. You were not able to connect through online or through web, right? But later on, they have introduced the web component, using which, by using a single URL, you can access those reports at any point of time, right? And using MicroStrategy, you can create a schema layer, okay, where you can provide the security to the objects. So when I say security to the objects, so basically that is a mapping to the database columns. So for example, in your company, let's say you have a database, right? You have the actual data, financial data, right? You want to create a report on top of that, right? But you want to hide some components. You do not want to show the actual mapping of a particular object to the database, how it is related. You just want that user to use that objects. No need to check the connection of that, how it is created and which column it is mapped to. So you can provide the object level security, which is actually not possible in Tableau. So this can be counted as a difference. So now
Ankush,
this is overall.
Can you increase your volume? Sorry.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay. Okay. So no. I think somebody is typing. I'm not typing. Santosh, you are typing something?
No, I'm not.
Great. Okay, maybe there is some actually disturbance in the line. So fine, we'll continue. So yes, so business intelligence, I'm not going to talk about it because as you are already working into this domain, so you will be knowing about what exactly business intelligence is. So I have directly jumped to the MicroStrategy. Now I'm going to tell you what is the difference between a small brief difference between MicroStrategy and Tableau.
Mm-hmm.
So first, MicroStrategy. So in MicroStrategy, you have a single metadata using which you can connect to number of projects. So it reduces the cost of administration. So for example, in a company there are multiple departments, the HR department, the marketing department, the database department, the, for example, call centers, various departments, right? So one department report doesn't matter for the other department. So what sales department is doing, data department is not bothered about it, right? But overall company want to know performance of each and every department, right? So that matters for the company as a whole. So in a company we have various departments. For each department we have different number of or requirement of different sets of reports, correct? So for that
Mm-hmm.
we can create a metadata, and in that metadata we can have multiple projects. So if you have multiple projects, right? So for each project you can define different objects. So there are, when I say objects, I'm talking about the attributes, the facts, the metrics, right? The reports, the dashboards. And you can provide the object level security to in each of the project. So one project's object cannot be accessed by the other one, right? And inside a project also, if there are the users, for example, I am the lead of my team, right? So I will be having access to 10 reports, and there is a manager, right, on top of me. He need not to bother about all those 10 reports. He is only concerned about a dashboard which shows data at the high level, right? So using those 10 reports, I will create a dashboard and my manager will be having access only to that dashboard. I will not give him access for the individual reports and how we have created, because he's not, he do not need those 10 reports. So this is how we can provide the object level security. That is the second thing. Object level security. And single metadata, it reduces cost of maintenance, because in a single metadata you can have 10 different projects, 10, 20 different projects, right? So whenever you want to move from one environment to the other, you just need a backup of that metadata, install MicroStrategy on a different system or a different server, restore your metadata backup there, you can run it on that from that system, right? If and you can change your, it can connect to the multiple databases at a time. You can take data from various sources, right? And it can connect to the various type of databases like Teradata, SQL, Lensa, even your online systems, the Salesforce. You can take data from even from Excel also. So there are a lot of options available using which you can connect to the data source. Okay, and security is the third point. So in MicroStrategy, first of all, as I talked about the object level security, then you have different layers. One is the logical layer, which is the schema objects, the attributes, the facts, the transformations, hierarchies that you create. That is basically a logical mapping between MicroStrategy and your database. So you create a mapping which using which your columns are getting mapped to the database columns, and this takes part in generating the SQL for any report, right? So you can provide a security layer at this level. Then comes your public objects, that is a presentation layer. So where you create the actual reports and dashboards, filters, the prompts. I'll talk about it also of these components also. So where you create the filters, prompts, reports, the dashboard, the actual dashboards. So this is called public objects or a presentation layer. Now the third comes is the insights. So that can be created by the end user itself. You can create the objects for them as per their need. They need not to create the objects. They can simply use those objects and they can create their own dashboard on the fly within minutes. So that is basically helpful for the senior management of the company, because they want to analyze some, for example, they want to see the last month's revenue versus last year's same month revenue with respect to the time or the product, for some product, for some geography, right? So it is their need. It is not fixed. So they can see with respect to any dimension, right? So you can create these objects and get it ready for them. So whenever they need, they can put geography and they can see the revenue. Either they can put a product, they can see the revenue, or they can put the time, they can see the revenue. So on the fly, they can generate their own dashboard without a developer's intervention, right? So that is also uh, a very good tool given by MicroStrategy, which is quite similar to Tableau. In Tableau, what we do is we directly connect to the database. We select the data from which we want to connect. Then we get the columns. We do the data wrangling and all. If we want to do, do some data cleanup at first place. Then we go for the data dashboard creation, right? There only we can define what is the attribute, what is the KPI, the metric that we are going to use. We can choose the graph and we can generate a dashboard. There is no schema layer in between, right? So that lacks a bit in terms of security. So, but I think Tableau is also improving now. So they are also trying to improve the security part, and they have done also a bit, right, to provide the security. But no, MicroStrategy is complete enterprise solution, which takes care of all these things: object level security, the data level security. For security, they have given so many options. We have security roles, we have security filters. These are available in MicroStrategy, which makes it more robust, right? Because the single dashboard can be viewed by multiple users. So for example, there is a dashboard which shows a data at the company level, and I am the manager of North Zone, you are the manager of South Zone, right? So whenever I am going to see the same dashboard, I should not be seeing the data for South Zone. I should be only seeing data only for the North Zone. So this can be achieved in MicroStrategy using a security filter. Whenever I will be logging, system will automatically knowing that yes, he has logged in, he is the manager of North Zone. So in all the reports, whatever I'm going to access in our environment, I will be seeing data only for North region. No other region I will be seeing. Right? So these are the few features that has been that I feel personally is better in MicroStrategy. Okay, so there are different layers which makes MicroStrategy more robust, and but the simplicity, the ease of creating a dashboard, yes, it gives some plus point to Tableau also. Okay, so now I'll talk about what are the different roles in MicroStrategy. So there are three roles. First is administrator, or I will start from developer. So a developer will be working on the following objects. So the metrics, reports, filters, prompts, dashboard, the formatting of the dashboard, right? So on these items, normally a developer works, or in short, we can say public objects. Second is architect. As the name says, the architect. So basically, this is the role, and the person playing this role creates the logical mapping between MicroStrategy and the database. So this role is basically a crucial. So normally a person, if he has some experience, they only can act as a architect, because your report SQL, your report data, the joins, the relation between the objects defined by this architect. So in short, he works on the schema objects. So he creates the attributes. Just a minute. He creates the attributes, facts, hierarchies, transformation, etc. And the third role is administrator. So basically, as the name administrator, so he manages the project, the number of jobs, number of users connected, how many users to be created, what ACLs to be given, how many groups to be created, what ACLs to be given at the group level, right? So these are the things as are done by admin. So user management and system monitoring and migration. So if your changes are done by the developer and architect are completed in one environment, and those objects has to be migrated to the other environment. So basically this task belongs to an admin. But nowadays, like in real-time scenarios, the developer, architect, and admin is the same person, right? So because now the companies are giving full privilege to the developer also, so that he can itself act as an architect and admin. But in the larger organization, where they actually follow the complete process, so there will be three different person, and one will be a developer, one will be architect, one will be admin. So for any migration, as a developer, if you are done with your changes, for QA you have to migrate to the other environment. You need to send an email or the details to the admin. He will migrate those objects as mentioned by you to the other environment. Right. So these are the roles has been played by the administrator. So there are three different roles: developer, architect, and admin. So in our training, I will be putting all these three together, so that once we are done with the training, you are well versed with the concept of how MicroStrategy actually works, this tool actually works. So you will be knowing how to connect to the database, how to start a project from scratch, and how to complete end-to-end development of that. So after database connection, the schema layer creation. So database connection will be your admin role. Then you will be creating the schema as an architect. Then using those schema objects, you will be creating the public objects as a developer, right? Then for migration, again you will be playing role of a admin, right? So in our training, I have just designed a course like this so that a student can play role of any of these three, right? But yes, most of the part will be of developer, because developer is the person who mostly works more out of this, because these architect and admin basically are the one-time task, but this development continuously changes. Sometimes some formatting changes, sometimes some new KPI has to be added in the system, right? Some dashboards has to be created using a single data set. You can create multiple dashboards, right? The intelligent cubes. So all these things has to be created by the developer. So in the training, the most percent will be of development part. Okay, so you can assume this as a course content also. If you need a detailed course content, I will ask Sai, he can provide you that. And so Santosh, do you have any question?
No, the first thing, I think you already take that question. I want to see what all the topics will be covered in the course. Okay. And what's the duration of the course? Each day, how much time you will take? And do you show any how that MicroStrategy tool looks like today, or is it from tomorrow? I mean, whatever the next class is.
Okay, sure. No, MicroStrategy desktop. Yes, that is a part. After this, I was about to show you this MicroStrategy only. So I'm going to show you the MicroStrategy developer desktop component.
So MicroStrategy is having a different tools, or is it one window where you can browse a different?
No, MicroStrategy basically has not different tools, but yes, you can say different components. So like one is MicroStrategy desktop, which I'm going to open. I think I need to start the ICE server. So I'll show you this one. And MicroStrategy web is there. So, and once you download MicroStrategy software on your system, you will see various components on your system. So as I was talking about different projects in a single metadata. So if you see this MicroStrategy analytics modules direct, so basically it is a project source which is connected to a metadata in your SQL or Oracle or Teradata, right? And in this we have as of now two projects. One is MicroStrategy tutorial, one is human resource. Similarly, we can have the sales analysis, the marketing analysis, the HR department or HR analysis. So different projects in the single roof, which is called a project source. So whenever you want to change your server, you want to upgrade, you can always keep backup of this metadata, and you will keep, and indirectly you will getting all the backup of all these 1, 2 or 10 projects. Right? And the attributes and facts, so I'll show you now. So the schema objects that I have talked about, so these are the schema objects, the attributes. So you can see a few attributes, the age range, customer, which will be having the customer details, right? Facts, basically facts are the numbers, right?
Measures.
The account, yeah, measures, yeah. So the numbers, the profit, whatever numbers you have, right? Then hierarchies, the relation between the attributes, correct? The organization, employee, customer, manager kind of things, product. So partition mapping is a different thing. So we will not touch on this partition mapping. This basically plays role when we have a very large database, so which MicroStrategy has some performance issues in handling those queries, right? So what we do in that case, we create the partitions of the tables. So first those partitions has to be created in the database itself, then in MicroStrategy we can refer them. these are the tables that has been included in MicroStrategy. So all these tables are already present in your database server. Then transformations, if you need any time-based analysis, then we use
Which
these.
database? MicroStrategy database?
No, database means the actual your database like the SQL, Oracle or Teradata.
No, where this one lies. See, the tables what you are seeing on the right hand side. All those tables in any Oracle database, something like that, or?
No, these tables has been, you can say, pulled from some database. So basically your actual data is residing in SQL Server, right? So you have connected your SQL Server to MicroStrategy, then you can import these tables into MicroStrategy. But these are only the logical tables. There is no physical data.
There is no physical data, but whatever it is appearing here, displaying here, this is because your MicroStrategy is already connected to SQL Server?
Correct, correct.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the public objects. So you will be creating the reports. So for example, this is a report and it has multiple objects added. You can add attribute, metric, filters, prompts to a report. So these are your attributes which are added. You can see the report objects here, and these are the metrics, and this is your filter, right? So this is how you can add these. So that I'll explain in detail once we go into the training. So I'm just showing you an overview. So this is the administration tab where you can see some configuration, delivery managers and all those things, users, how many users and groups we have. So this is how this MicroStrategy developer looks. And once we are done with the development of any report or dashboard, you can access the same report or dashboard through web, or you can create the report and dashboard through web itself, right? So I can create any object from here for you, because you will not be able to create the schema objects using a web component. So schema objects.
The one which you are showing on the one which you are showing on the screen, that is a desktop client that we need to install on the system. And we also have, like in the business objects, we have Ruby client which we can use it by URL. So same way in MicroStrategy we have MicroStrategy web client something.
Yes, correct.
So in that web client you can't able to create all those things, whatever required things for creating the report.
No, we can create, but only schema objects we cannot create. These attributes, facts, functions, hierarchies, this we cannot create. We can create these public objects. We can schedule the reports, we can do the scheduling also, and the admin task also has to be done through developer.
So developer is also okay to be installed. Okay.
Yes, yes, that has to be there on your system or server.
Okay, so even if you are accessing server, right? You can directly access to the server with login ID. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So now the next thing that you have asked is the course content. So that I have in predefined format. So but I don't have on this system. So I need to I'll forward that to Sai. Maybe he can forward you that. And for the session, so you are looking for the daily session or on the weekdays? Weekends.
So if you take it by daily, right? How much time you will spend on each day, or if I'm willing to take on weekends, tell me, like if I go on a daily basis, what's the timing? If I go on a weekly basis, what's the timing? And how much duration it will take to complete the course?
So in your case, Santosh, it will not take much time to complete, but yes, minimum it should take somewhere around 15 to 20 hours that I would like to spend with you. But frankly telling, you will be knowing all the components and all after 10 to 12 hours session. That I'm sure, because you're already working into BI environment. So most of the thing I'm sure you will be seeing yes, you can relate those things to the business objects and you will be able to understand those. So this is the one thing. But yes, in weekdays 1 hour session daily, Monday to Friday, and on weekends we can have 2 to 2.5 hour sessions on Saturday and Sunday, or 2 hour sessions. But anyway, I do not bother much about this time and all. It can go beyond 20, it can go less than 20. But yes, whatever topics that I'm going to share with you as a course content. So yes, those topics you can also see. If you want to modify anything, you can just let me know. So I would like to cover all those things, because that I have designed as per the current market, like what exactly a person should know to be called as a microstrategy professional. Like professional in the sense he can connect to the database, he can create the report and dashboard, and he can show to the other users, right? At least the person should be capable of this. So I have tried
and
to.
this and whatever you're going to cover about architect level and administrator level, is it a basic thing or like just a developer? What a developer kind of role a person should know about that, or is it a complete
No,
detail level?
not detailed for sure, but not basic also. So it will be a bit more than basic.
About
Or
what,
in short, you
architect
can.
and administrator, or
Yes.
both? You're saying?
No, admin, only admin. Architect, yes, it will be detailed. Architect and developer, it will be detailed. For admin, it will be basic. Means, but after knowing that
Giving access,
also,
right? Managing groups till that level.
yes, yes. So it is more than basic,
Okay.
or you can say average.
Yeah.
Because
Even
when
I
we
want to.
talked about advanced, so there are a lot of things which comes for an actual admin. So for
Yeah.
that we should
So
have some servers and the clusters and different things. Then only it can be completed.
okay. So whatever the course content you might be having, right? The template. So in the
Mm-hmm.
template, I want to know in the administrator part, what are all topics you will cover. In the architect thing, what are all the topics you cover, as well as in the same thing in the developer. So I would able to know, like, okay, these are the things I'm going to learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that will help me, to understand what I'm learning actually. And
Okay. So basically
so,
the content that I have designed is basically on. Okay, fine. I will just modify them.
yeah,
So you want the
and
segregated topics for architect, admin, and developer, right?
mhm,
Okay. Okay. Then I
okay,
need to modify that.
yeah, and one more thing, right? So is there installation also you will be able to teach, or was it not part of the course?
So basically, actually, this is supposed to that the student should have the access to MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy, maybe you can create. I will tell you how to get that software. So you can create the account with MicroStrategy on their website, and you can download the software. And
Okay.
for installation, I will tell you the steps. So using that, you will be doing the installation by your own. So
Okay,
that is
but
also part of our training.
okay. So will you give any server access and the recordings of each session? How does that work?
Yeah. So that
You know
has
what?
been.
Let me complete this. Actually, I'm having only my office laptop. I don't know whether I can install MicroStrategy here, or maybe I can use my office version. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, but do you have that kind of facility to the user? Like you guys will give access to the your training server, and whatever the thing, whatever the training classes, right? Whatever you take on every day, you record that and give it to me, that recording session.
Yeah, so those recordings will be shared with you. It will be recorded and shared. And but I don't have any training server which the access can be given. So that is the thing that you have to manage.
Oh, so okay. Either I have to install from downloading from Microstrategy, whatever the way you told before, or I may have to use my Office version. So other than that, you don't have any, your institute doesn't have any server setup, right?
Yeah, maybe I'll talk Sai about it if he can help. But as of now, we don't have any such setup.
Okay. So, okay. Let me ask you one more question. So, are you certified? The reason I'm asking, do you give any certification guidance on MicroStrategy thing? Is it a value to do the certification?
Yeah, it is always a value if you are a certified MicroStrategy professional. And just for your information, yes, I am also a certified professional. I am the MCD, MCPA. So
Certified professional, okay.
Yeah, so I have done 3 certifications in MicroStrategy. So I'm the certified designer and certified platform administrator and the certified report developer.
So
And
basically all three certified.
Yes. So there are 3 different certifications. So yes, I can help you in certification. So in our training, because in certification they mostly ask the practical questions. There are not much theoretical questions. Ki, what is this? What is that? Not like that. So they will give you some scenario. So for example, this is the revenue of these 2 states. Then there will be some things to read, and then after that they will ask what is the correct answer or what should be the result, kind of. So you have to have practical knowledge of the tool, otherwise you will not be able to clear the certification on your own. That is for sure. So once so this is just a suggestion, if you are okay with the training and not, but if you are going for the certification, first practice at least for a month or 2. After getting trained on MicroStrategy, give it time of at least a month or 2, then only go for certifications. If your company is also providing it free of cost, don't waste that attempt also. But yes, I am sure if you're practicing MicroStrategy for 2 to 3 months, yes, you will be in a position to appear in certification.
Okay, so after the training completion, get hands-on, at least three months hands-on on the MicroStrategy, then appear for the certification.
Yeah, because that is a bit costly. So
bit costly. Okay, how much do you know around?
Yeah, it depends on your certification. So it's basically in INR, I know. Maybe you can convert in dollars.
Can you pull your notepad?
Yeah.
Just write it down. What are all the certifications available, and what is the
so
first thing?
That detail, I'll do one thing. I will share the URL, or you can find it on microstrategy.com itself. So they have details about all the certifications as well as their cost. So I will share that URL once we share. I'll share the course content.
Basically, there are only 3, right? So let me ask you this: what certifications you have did?
I'm sorry.
What are the certifications you have did?
I have done this MCD. I have done this MCPA and MicroStrategy certified developer.
Okay, if as a fresher, like after 2 or 3 months, whatever the way you suggested, first certification, what any developer can go for it? MSBA? There will be
MCA basically. MCA, I think, yeah. MicroStrategy certified associate or something, or analyst, I think. Yes, analyst.
Okay. How much INR around approximately?
So basically for me, the overall cost was somewhere around 1.5
One and a
lakh.
half what lakh?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Just for one certification
Not
or
not
three?
one, not one. Yeah, all three.
All three. Okay.
Yeah.
Then then a candidate must be prepared in such a way to get it in one attempt, right? Otherwise, looks
No,
like
no,
much
I
money,
think,
right? Mm-hmm.
yeah, correct. So actually, for me, the best part was because it was given by my company, so I need not to spend a single rupee on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the best thing. So that's what, if your company is also having that option, so maybe you can go for it.
No, no, no. I'm
And,
not a full-time to the company, so
oh, is it?
I
Okay.
have to base from my own. Mm.
Mhm.
Okay, okay.
But
So,
the certifications are very costly if you are directly going to appear in MicroStrategy certifications. So there are few
mm,
other certifications. I think there is a company called some nice software. So they also have this certification which cost you around 18,000 per certification. The CPD, CRD something, Certified Report Developer, Certified Project Designer kind of. So that is
what
also,
the
that will also be a value add for you. That is from MicroStrategy only.
what is that? Can you write it down? I'm not able to understand. Nice, you said?
Yeah, nice software. I'll just open
NIC.
that. Yeah, just give me a minute. Let's see. Nice software solutions, yes. So basically, they also do some, but I know in India only. Not sure about others.
What they generally offer certifications for different courses.
Yes,
Oh, companies will give value to that certifications, whatever NICE or some other third party.
yeah, it is valuable. So no
Oh,
worries in that. But yes, it is always good if you do direct certification from MicroStrategy. But yes, I agree that is a bit costly. So you have to be well versed with those concepts. So because you will be spending and investing a lot of amount. So
amount, right? Yeah.
yeah, I personally suggest ki once you get the knowledge and the practical knowledge, not the only hands-on after the training, the
Mm-hmm.
practical knowledge once you have, then it is better to appear for certifications.
Okay.
Just a personal advice.
Okay. Yeah.
So
And is it a really, you know, popular demand in the market, MicroStrategy? I'm out of the market
yes.
since couple of years. I'm on the project. So I don't know
Mhm.
what's the market for MicroStrategy compared to Vivo or Tableau or what other BI
No,
tools.
as of now, MicroStrategy market is very good, and
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of job openings in MicroStrategy in India and in US, in Canada. So a lot of companies, Singapore, are using MicroStrategy. So the market is quite good and it is actually increasing. So a lot of companies are migrating from one tool, whatever they are using, to MicroStrategy. But yes, it's still the popular one is Tableau because it's easiness and it's less complexity, you can say. But once a person is fine with MicroStrategy, then nobody will go from MicroStrategy to Tableau. That is for sure. That's what I feel. It's my personal view.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tableau is costly also, MicroStrategy is not that much costly. So it is quite less than Tableau cost. So yeah, that is also
Oh,
a reason you can add in your comparison list.
Oh, MicroStrategy is less licensing cost compared to Tableau?
Yeah, it is cheaper than Tableau.
Okay. Okay. And have you given that some knowledge around the life cycle of MicroStrategy? What are the versions? What's the current version in the market?
So current version is 10.7. I think that is recently released in a couple of months or last month.
Do you have that list? What are the versions of MicroStrategy?
List I don't
Else,
have, but
at
yes.
least do you have any vouchers and kind of thing?
No.
Maybe you can send it to me while sending that course content document, okay?
Okay, sure. But anyways, the old documents, the versions are not available now. So if you're going to download the version from MicroStrategy websites, you will be getting the latest one only, which is 10.7.
10.7. What
Yeah.
is the before version?
Before was 10.3, 10.3 or 10.4. Then 10.5, some hot fixes they have added, that's it. But the stable version was 9.4 actually. But after that they have released 10.1, 10.2, 10.3. So basically they add some hot fixes, means whatever issues in one version, and they will give it another name like the other version. So currently the stable version that I can see is 10.7. I have not worked on it, because currently in our company we are using 10.1 only as of now.
Which company you work for?
That I'll tell you.
Okay, yeah. It's okay, no problem. And 10.7, right? Okay. And 10.7 MicroStrategy version is also having same developer suite as well as developer tool and web tool. Only two things or any other one?
You're talking about the software, different
Yeah,
tools. So in
within the
MicroStrategy,
MicroStrategy. Mm-hmm.
yeah, mostly you will be using MicroStrategy Developer and MicroStrategy Web only, mostly.
Okay. So do you have that web view? Can you show me how that web view looks like?
As of now, I don't have. So on this system actually. So, but yes, I'll be.
Okay. Currently you don't have it. Okay. Mm, okay. Yeah. Oh, so if we continue on a daily basis, it will take around 3 weeks, right? 15 hours to 20 hours, right? Is that?
Yeah. Maybe it might be less than that also, because you are already knowing some concepts, the data warehousing and all. So
No. I mean, think that I'm fresher in the market.
okay,
Yeah, go
okay,
ahead in that tempo.
okay,
Yeah.
no issues.
Mm.
Yeah. So somewhere around 15, 15 hours minimum it will take.
Let's say 15 to 20 minutes, around three plus weeks, less than
Yeah,
4
3
weeks, but
weeks.
3+ weeks. And
Yeah,
if we take the class on weekends, then 2 hours, that also like 4 weeks maybe. 2 to 4,
correct.
4, 8, 16. Okay.
Yeah, approximately 4 weeks.
Okay.
Because sometimes we'll be having
Either way,
2
it will
hours.
take 4 weeks, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but actually I will be more comfortable on weekends, because weekdays, yes, I need to go. I will be in a rush. So I think weekend will be more suitable. So maybe you can also check like if you are comfortable on that.
And weekend, what timings you are comfortable? In the mornings, are you comfortable with EST morning time?
Yeah, mostly in the morning time. Correct.
EST morning or your morning?
I'm talking about my morning.
Oh, your morning means same timing. Current,
Yeah,
what we are taking.
yeah, correct.
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
Because whatever it is if it is a weekend or it is a weekday, so mostly in the same time. Anyway, that I will let you know if you are not comfortable with this. So maybe we'll try to find some other way. Maybe in my night also I can try. That will be your morning.
Okay.
So we can find out the ways.
Okay. Okay. Yep. And do you also teach Tableau?
Yeah. So actually, maybe Sai can also help you in that. So
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ankush. Thanks for your just send me whatever content or this notepad file, whatever today. I'll
Sure.
think about it. Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Tosh.
Give me some time. I'll think about it, and we can uh, continue.
Sure. 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 Okay.
Yeah. Actually, last week only thought to have the demo, but unfortunately, I got the new project.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Bye.
Thanks. Thanks. Bye.